Why is this tunnel leading to the ocean? Won't it get flooded? Of course not. If it were flooded, it wouldn't be passable, right? That's why this tunnel was built, so land vehicles can cross under the sea surface. Take the Sydney Harbour Tunnel, for instance. This tunnel is located in Australia, specifically in Sydney. The construction of the Harbour Tunnel was not without reason. It was built due to the increasing volume of vehicles in Sydney, which often caused congestion on the Sydney Harbour Bridge. To alleviate congestion on this historic bridge, the Sydney Harbour Tunnel Company began construction of this underwater tunnel in 1988, and it was completed in 1992. This 4-year project consumed a budget that, in a fictional nation like Wakanda, would have caused quite a stir. The cost amounted to 554 million Australian dollars. However, this doesn't imply any corruption or anything of that sort. It's entirely reasonable. Considering the tunnel's construction was beneath the sea surface, it required sophisticated equipment, but at least it was completed. After it became operational, the tunnel has been utilized by the local community. Its utility is so significant that about 90,000 vehicles use it daily. With a length of 1.7 miles and a width of about 34 feet, the tunnel is incredibly valuable for avoiding congestion on the bridge. Indeed, in terms of length, the Thames Tunnel in London is shorter. It is only 0.25 miles long and 36 feet wide. But did you know that this tunnel is the world's oldest and first underwater tunnel constructed by humans? Wow, British civilization is indeed advanced. Of course, at that time, numerous engineers attempted to construct this dream tunnel. Initially unsuccessful, almost every engineer in London was skeptical about the project. However, Mark Brunel and his son didn't give up. They devoted all their skills to it. Eventually, construction began in 1825, and the tunnel was structurally completed in 1843. Given the lengthy construction period, the project was not cheap. In total, the construction costs reached £634,000 sterling. While this might seem modest by today's standards, for the 1820s, it would have felt like trillions. If we're talking about real trillions, this tunnel from Norway cost about $63,684,000 USD construct. It's understandable considering the amount spent, as the tunnel stretches to 7.82 kilometers in length. This tunnel came into existence thanks to engineer Finn Nidder, who fought hard to build it. Indeed, he struggled significantly to ensure this toll could be utilized by the Norwegian public, as some community members and even the government itself initially rejected his project proposal. Thanks to his perseverance, the construction of this sea toll was permitted in 1997 and completed in 2000. This underwater tunnel connects the island of Foino in Stord municipality to the mainland at Dalshovda in Sveio municipality. Moreover, this sea tunnel ranks as the second longest and deepest tunnel in Europe. Finn Nidder deserves a lot of gratitude because, without him, this tunnel would not have been realized. But hold on before you get too excited. Japan's Tokyo Bay Aqualine is recorded as the world's 4th longest sea tunnel. The total length reaches 23.7 kilometers, consisting of a 9.6 kilometer tunnel and a 4.4 kilometer bridge. Such length is justified as it aims to connect the cities of Kawasaki and Kisarazu, which are quite far apart. For those unaware, this toll opened in December 1997. Due to the high level of difficulty in its construction, the planning alone took 23 years, and that's just the planning stage. Construction then took an additional 9 years, totaling 32 years to complete this sea tunnel. With such an extended period, the super long tunnel cost about 1.44 trillion yen. It's incredible. Compared to the Hambalang project in Indonesia, which cost only 2.5 trillion Indonesian rupiah and was embroiled in corruption by the ruling party, These projects are on a different scale, and that's not even considering other Japanese underwater tunnel projects, such as the Kanman Railway Tunnel that connects the islands of Honshu and Kyushu. This tunnel became Japan's first undersea tunnel, with construction starting in 1936 and finishing in 1942. It was designed for railway use. Interestingly, its construction began and was completed during the tumultuous times of the Pacific War. Japan managed to construct this complex project during wartime, which is quite remarkable for the country, and considering its length of 3.6 kilometers, the challenges and obstacles must have been significant. But that pales in comparison to the Channel Tunnel. Designated for railway lines, this tunnel spans an impressive about 31.35 miles. It's no wonder it's so long, since it connects Folkestone in England to Coquelles in France. Bridging two countries across such a distance, it's reported to be the only fixed link between the island of Great Britain and mainland Europe. Given the tunnel's magnitude, it's expected that the construction time and costs were substantial. The Eurotunnel company began constructing this undersea tunnel in 1988, and it was completed over 6 years later. The initial cost was estimated at just £5.5 billion sterling, but as construction progressed, it swelled to £9 billion sterling. Isn't that astounding? However, that seems costly compared to Japan's Seikan Tunnel project, which only required about 538 billion yen. Despite its overall length of about 33.46 miles, making it the longest undersea tunnel in the world, the cost was relatively modest. The tunnel crosses the Tsugaru Strait, connecting the islands of Honshu and Hokkaido. It's not entirely underwater though. Only about 1429 miles of it is submerged beneath the sea. Moreover, the tunnel doesn't lie at the ocean floor but is situated about 328 feet above the seabed and about 787 feet below the sea surface.